One of the videos that we watched this week was the social content text of transformative pedagogy, and it talked about transformative and reflexive pedagogy. Some of those things, the progressivism we see began around the 20th century, the beginning of the 20th century. And, when I think of it, I think of every day we're progressing, we're changing. But we have a new phase of learning, a contemporary form. We have reflexive, and that's more interaction among the students. They're doing a lot of engaging with each other, talking, having discussions. We see that the changing of forces in technology, it's a part of everyday life. It's not just in the classroom. You also have globalization and diversities. You're seeing more and more of the different cultures together. And in the workplace, just like a school classroom where you have the teacher giving the orders, instead of a teacher, you would have your boss giving the orders and you follow through with the requests. And then the second one we watched was education to transform the conditions of individual and social life. And we see that social mobility happens through education. People are using their cell phones I know that teachers where my children go are using the Remind 101 app, and they're keeping us up to date with what our children are doing as far as homework and things like that. We need to build equality agendas where every student can become knowledgeable and skilled and actively participating person. We're also finding ways to get to the same answer, but in different ways. We're seeing that we don't have to just conform to that specific rule. We can change things to get to the end. That's part of the authentic. Then in transformative, you're going to change the condition of life, and you're going to take individuals beyond what they think in other words, they learn that they're not limited to certain things. They're not restricted. Reflexive is getting the engagements. They're interacting. They're bouncing ideas off of each other, so to speak. And then you're looking at the architectonic. We're seeing that the walls of the classrooms are now being taken down, and you have this huge room where you might have a whole bunch of students in there working, or you may have a small group, or you may have a large group of students, but they're divided up in into smaller spaces at tables and discussing things that way, and you'll have the teachers off kind of watching them and or walking around and helping them. I think this would also help with, a teacher going around to a particular student and working one-on-one with them if needed. We also have the discursive, which is peer interaction, and the students can give each other feedback. Then you have intersubjective, and you're having more emphasis on learner engagement. Then you have constructivism. The individual becomes does more internalizations, and they become productive in the discussion. Socioculture is learning the differences and having more knowledge of life experiences. With didactic and progressive pedagogy, there are a lot of pressures to culture uniformity, and now we're getting more culturally aware. Alternative learning is with student disabilities. You're going to have to conform to work with those students on different things, and then you have proprietary, and again, the teacher you would have the teacher with the four walls, and now it's expanding. We're moving more away from didactic pedagogy than ever before.